walked in to the party like you were walking onto a yacht.
Your hat is strategically dipped below one eye. Your scarf, it was apricot.
You had one eye in the mirror as you watched yourself gavotte.
And all the girls dreamed that they'd
be your partner, they'd be your partner, and
you're so vain. You probably think this song is about you.
You're so vain.
I'll bet you think this song is about you, don't you? Don't you? All right.
Welcome back.
As hard as that song was, I think we killed it.
That was hard. It was really hard. This is a shout out to an old friend from Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, Rick Wayne. Back in the day, I think he sang this at many karaoke bars in Avalon, many summers with Ronnie and Rick Wayne. So shout out to Rick Wayne. Rick Wayne, you're so vain.
Well, I think it was Henry's in Avalon. It's where we did a karaoke night, and he said this is his favorite song. So we decided, Carly Simon, You're So Vain. That one was for you, Rick.
Yes.
So that was good. All right, so I did a little stage change here.
Okay.
My bloodies were out here, and I pulled them closer because I was finding myself leaning way over the bar. And when we go out to a happy hour, I don't believe I'm halfway over the bar drinking my bloody. So now, it's an inconvenience.
Well, I thought maybe it was like you leaned out here like you were on a booster chair or something.
And then that's another problem. Being so short, I like to keep my bloody nearby.
That's what we love about you, short.
What is today's bloody, Wendy?
So this is a bloody fry. We have a spicy fry, a curly fry, a crunchy fry. Any other fries?
No, 3 fries in this Bloody Mary.
I like the little mixture. They loop through the straw, so it's really good. The eye peels real nice.
Yeah, the curly fries were the easiest to put in there because the other fries, you got to stick the toothpick inside and everything. It was a little hard to balance, but the curly fries, they just kind of wrap around anything.
They look great. Yeah, they really have a lot of character going on. They're going to be good.
Oh, it's going to be delicious, and I'm so excited to partake in that very soon. Now, we also used a new Bloody Mary mix this week. It's 5 Peppers Master of Mixes Bloody Mary mix, and I believe it's almost as good as the Cutwater that we were using.
It's very good.
This is really good Bloody Mary mix, and we're enjoying it. It's 5 peppers. It's really got a spicy kick to it. And again, when we have a Bloody Mary, we want it spiced up. We want it spiced up. That's us. We want spicy. And that's what we like and what we enjoy. So that is our Bloody Mary mix that we're using this week. So check it out at the store anytime. I have a pet peeve before we go into our movie.
Okay.
It's going to be our quarantine pet peeve here that I have, and it's paper towels.
Oh.
Because they were so hard to find. The ones that I'm buying are real junk.
They are.
And I don't think there's any family that goes through paper towels more than we do.
No, and this is a great question for you guys. Dish towel versus paper towels. I'm a big fan of paper towels, even if you have to use, I shouldn't say this out loud, 3 rolls a day. No, but
that's what it seems like we're using.
It does seem like we're using a lot. The dish towels always skeeve me a little, even though we wash them frequently. I'm a big paper towel person, but we do use a lot. Gary's a big dish rag person.
I love the dish towel because then you save on using paper towels.
Right.
But it seems like
they say the germs.
With all 4 of us, yeah, that's true. And with all 4 of us home, I feel like the dish towels get really wet really quick.
Oh, they end up in the sink.
Yeah, so they're becoming a disaster. But anyway, the paper towels are so cheap. You're supposed to be able to soak up water. I feel like they fall apart before you even wipe up anything with them.
They fall apart before you even get them off the paper towel holder.
Yeah, so I had to get that off my chest.
That's a good pet peeve. Let us know your thoughts on the paper towels if you're having the same issue. Yeah. If you can recommend one that you can find anywhere. We can't find anyone but the cheaper brands right now.
Right, so and those cheaper brands you're paying double the price for anyway.
Yes, but we should be grateful to have paper towels at all.
That's right, yes. Not as grateful as having toilet paper. But
no,
it's still a good thing. All right, Wendy, what is our movie of the day for people to watch tonight?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Matthew Broderick, Jennifer Grey, and Charlie Sheen even had a cameo in that movie in the police station. But I have a little trivia for everyone, like I always like to do.
Okay.
Did you know that Matthew Broderick and Jennifer Grey, they played brother and sister in the movie, but they actually became engaged after the movie? But a year later, exactly a year later after filming, they were in Ireland, got in a car accident, and the people that they hit, a mother and daughter, actually were killed.
Oh,
so it was very sad. And then they eventually broke the engagement off, but that had to be very traumatizing.
That's sad.
Yeah, so a little sad trivia there, but at least Matthew Broderick and Jennifer Grey are doing well now, and we certainly condolences to the family that they unfortunately hit. Car accidents are never a good thing.
No, I do know Jennifer Grey. She did. She had a nose that gave her, I thought, a lot of character. As you get older, you realize that's character. She did have a nose job, and I think she struggled getting parts after the nose job because that did give her so much character. So that's interesting for those of you that are younger that are watching, and you're thinking, oh, I have to have it. I have to have it. If you do, and it really makes you feel good, get them by all means. But a lot of times later in life, as you grow, you say, you know what? It's not so bad.
Yeah. Be happy with the looks God gave you.
Yeah.
There was a reason for that.
It's about what's on the inside.
Yes. All right. So today, we thought it would be kind of cool to go back in time a little bit and check out Welcome Back, Kotter. Remember that show?
One of the best.
Yeah, Vinnie Barbarino and Horshack and Juan Epstein. Great Mr. Kotter. Great cast. And we thought, what would it have been like in quarantine if they had to do school in quarantine? So let's take a look at what the Sweat Hogs had to do in quarantine.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around. But those dreams have remained.
Vinny, it's time to start homeschooling.
Yo, Mom, I didn't do my work in school. What makes you think I'm going to do it here at home? What is this thing? What is this? I don't know what this is. What is it?
Vinny, you gonna give yourself a third-degree corner work?
Mr. Kotter? Where's Mr. Kotter? What? How'd you get in that box, Mr. Kotter? Oh man, up your nose with a rubber hose. I'm not doing this homeschooling. Well, what'd you think of that?
That was pretty neat.
Yeah, you know.
They would struggle in our time for sure.
Yeah, Vinny definitely said he didn't do any homework in school.
It was great to see him again.
Yeah, it was. It was a good little flashback there. And you know what? And that's what brings us to school today, I think. I think it's certainly this quarantine thing's a lot different. And before this even, and now, maybe parents put a lot of pressure on their kids.
A ton of pressure. They want the kids to get straight A's all the time. And the kids start to, I mean, you do want your kids to do well. You want to encourage them. You want to let them know, do the best that you can as long as you're trying. But if they are trying and they can't, we always say, given an old world, what was our...
We were always happy with average.
Yeah, we're like,
average
if you get B's, if you get C's, we're okay with that.
We're okay with, because we were B and C people.
They're much smarter than we were. But I will say,
we never put the pressure.
We didn't put pressure. If anything, sometimes they'll put more pressure on themselves, and we're like, why are you doing that? Like, we're okay with it. And I think we did use the word B and C quite a bit.
Yeah, average was fine with our kids. And if we noticed they were struggling with homework, we would say, it's okay. B's and C's are okay.
Let Johnny help you on the bus with that.
Yeah. Now, do you think another reason for that maybe was the fact that when they went to report cards that they weren't sending home, it was on computer. We could never figure out how to look at their grades.
Yeah, my friends would have to say, do you go on to that? I'm like, what's that?
Yeah. So when the kids came home and they said what their grades were, we just sort of, okay, great.
Yeah. Tess, can you show us how to get to Lily's?
Yeah.
Like, it was just...
And it may not have been that grade, but that's what we accepted whatever grade they told us.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, but they did well.
We couldn't actually go on the computer and do anything else. But anyway, our point there is don't pressure your kids. Let them, especially now that they're in quarantine. It's going to be even harder for them, so don't over pressure them.
The homeschooling's tough. It really is
in
different ways. Shout out to the teachers and the parents. Another shout out.
Yeah, that's a great shout out to parents because they're doing a great job. And
especially the younger kids.
Oh my gosh, what are they doing with those kids that aren't even in school yet that are just like 2 and 3 and you have to follow them everywhere?
Oh my gosh. Another funny story. Yesterday after the storm, I mean, everyone knows we had a bad storm. There was a lot of damage. And we go out and we're watching all these people. We're on our bikes. We're walking. We're like, what the heck happened? Does everyone think because we had a storm, we're out of quarantine? There's neighbors playing with neighbors, and they're not brothers and sisters. They're all congregating, and we're like, what just went on? Like, I guess a storm just...
Oh, a bad windstorm blows away COVID-19.
Yeah.
So we were outside and like, look at this. The big bad rainstorm took care of everything. The virus is gone. Because that's what people were acting like.
Yeah.
People were closer together, I noticed.
So we still want to be safe.
Yeah, please, be safe. Then a storm like that, although it was vicious, it didn't really wipe out the virus.
Right.
So watch that. Okay, Wendy, do you have a positive thought for us today?
I do. So this is something for your spouse, your loved one, your fiance, your sister, your brother, boyfriend, girlfriend. If there's something that they really like doing, a sporting event, orchestra, and you don't really love it, just fake it. Go along with it. Act excited. Not like, oh, this game again, or oh, the orchestra. Just say that would be great because, again, you're doing for others, and you can put your game face on like it's okay, and you may have more fun. And even if it's not the most exciting thing, it's nice that you're doing for your loved one or your friend. I know growing up, my mom and dad would go to the orchestra. I hate to break it to you, Bubbles. I don't know that Sue was the biggest fan of the orchestra. She loved being with you. She loved having dinner with friends. She loved the whole dress up, but the orchestra was maybe not her favorite, but she always acted excited. And I love that. So that's just something, a page from her book.
That's very important. Like, for instance, sometimes in the morning you and I will take a walk. And then when we get home, we will double up and take a bike ride for extra exercise. And then when I get home, one of our daughters will say, Dad, let's take a bike ride. And at that point, I really don't want to take a third bike ride. But you know what? Sometimes you say yes and do it for them.
Yeah, you're much better at that than I am. I try. I really try to work on it. And some days are better than others. But Gary's 100% always ready, willing. But as long as we try and we can do a little better. And when we have a bad day and we don't participate, don't go back. Just move forward and say tomorrow's going to be a better day.
Yeah, it's like a work in progress.
Yeah.
You know, and that's okay. As long as people are working on it, it's okay. If someone asks you, just say, sure, I'll do it. Yeah. All right, I'm going to leave everyone before we exit our show today and enjoy our happy hour, Wendy and I. The tongue has no bones, but it is strong enough to break a heart. So be careful with your words. All right, tomorrow's show, we have what a family meal, I should say maybe a dysfunctional family meal looks like in quarantine. So you're going to be joining us for dinner tomorrow on the show. Don't miss that. I think you're going to be surprised at what you see. And don't forget, please like us on YouTube and watch all our videos through the end because YouTube says that's important. And we don't want you to miss anything that might have been fun to watch. All right, well, Wendy, it's time for our happy hour. So we're going to say goodbye to everyone, and thanks so much for joining us.
Have a good night.